46. Rapson thinks that the dates in the inscriptions of Nahapana refers to the Saka era. He further thinks the evidence of Nahapana's coins rest apt by Gautamiputra and the date, 72 She, in the Gurna rock inscription of Rudradaman prove that Gautamiputra defeated Nahapana in 46 She equivalent to 124 AD. Therefore, Gautamiputra has to be placed in 124 AD. 106 AD. The Puranas say he ruled for 24 years and this he ruled from 106 AD to 130 AD. According to the Puranas, the Satavahana rulers up to Gautamiputra Satakarni ruled for 341 years and hence we arrive at 106 AD-341 years 235 BC as the commencement of the rule of the Satavahanas. The Satavahanas ruled for 450 years and therefore the end of their rule has to be placed in 235 BS, 450 years 215 AD 5. Political history of Satavahanas. The first king to set up the Satavahanas as an independent power was Simuka, who, according to Puranic statement, with his fellow tribesmen, the servants of Sasaman, will assail the Kanvayanas and him, Sasaman, and destroy the remains of the Sunga power and will obtain this earth. The earliest inscription of Simuka is found at Nanahat where he is styled as Raya Simuka. He ruled for about 23 years. By entering into matrimonial alliance with the Pallavas and the Shutis of Kuntala, he secured political ascendancy in South India. The third king of this dynasty was Satakarni I. He was perhaps the contemporary of King Karavela of Kalinga who claims to have defeated Satakarni. Satakarahi II. For the study of the life and reign of Satakarni we have the inscription on the southern gateway of Sanchi and 29 Potton coins obtained from western India which are attributed to this king. He had the longest reign of 56 years which he devoted mainly to build up the Satavahana power. He seems to have established his way over western Malva. The extent of the coins indicate the march of the Satavahana power from Telangana to Maharashtra and from there into central India. In the fitness of things he celebrated 2 Asvamedis and 1 Rajasuya. Hala. The reign of Hala, the seventh king, constitutes a brilliant epoch in the literary history of the Satavahanas. His reign has become famous for peaceful pursuits. Prakrit was the official language under the Satavahanas and they liberally patronized the use of that language in literature. He was himself a great poet and Gata Saptasati, an anthology of erotic verses in Maharashtri Prakrit, is attributed to him. The reign of Hala was not bereft of any military achievements. According to Lilavai, Hala conquered Ceylon and married the Ceylonese princess at Sapta Godavari Bhima Draksharama in the East Godavari district. The conquest of Ceylon is placed by some scholars in 78 AD and in all probability Hala founded the Salivahana or Saka era. Sharata invasion. The growth of the Satavahana imperialism received a setback at the hands of a foreign power, the Satrapa, who overwhelmed Malva, Narmada Valley, North Konkan, the western part of the northern Bihar and northern and southern Maharashtra. The Satavahana power was completely obliterated in western India. This was indeed a crisis in the Satavahana history which continued for about half a century, until Gautamiputra Satakarni received their power. Satavahana success, Gautamiputra Satakarni. Gautamiputra, the 23rd king, was the greatest among the great Satavahanas. He succeeded to the throne at a critical period of her history when the glory and prestige of his family was at a low ebb. He proved himself worthy to the task of the day and succeeded in restoring the political supremacy of his family. He thus won great fame and his name finds a prominent place in the dynastic niche of the Satavahanas. Soon after his accession to the throne, Gautamiputra set himself to the scared task of retrieving the fortunes of his family, by making elaborate preparations for war. Fortunately for him, the mighty Saka Pallava Empire had dismembered and broken up into many petty principalities under independent satraps. In the